What's your big takeaway here? It seems like there's going to be a review of the deal in June. Is that an area of concern or not?
Well, I don't think at this point, Mark, I know it could potentially be, given the fact that, it gives them an out in the middle of next year. But overall, you'd have to say that's been a muted response. The market expected this outcome, and it got it. And so ultimately, if Russia decides to play nice with the OPEC, then ultimately it looks like we're going to see oil continue to hold at these levels. And also, when you look at the trend from the longer-term perspective, it does appear that oil is in an uptrend.
Yeah, and 60 down. I mean, what's it going to take? How long is it going to be before we break 60 on WTI?
I think further economic stimulus and impact, when you see economic growth, is what I really meant there. And when you look at the economies, global economies, if you continue to see growth, I think that ultimately might lead to the pop over 60, and also the fact that compliance to these reductions are adhered to.
Down on the gold front, as you say in your notes, we're stuck in the range. Some big events coming up, the Fed rate decision, a possible government shutdown. Is that what you're looking ahead to maybe push us upwards?
Yeah, possibly. It does feel, gold has been coiling here for the better part of a month, Mark, and, between that 1270 to 1295 range. And we're trending back down to the lower end of the range, I think partially because we're seeing the equity markets now break out to new highs, and that puts a little bit of short-term pressure on gold. But ultimately, when you look at what's going on here, I think, the range that we're in, it's going to be very difficult for it to break out unless we see maybe some geopolitical unrest, something a little further than what we've experienced at this point.